These are 10 of Lisa's love interests throughout the show. Lisa runs into Nelson at college and they begin a decade-long situationship. When Nelson met Lisa starts with Lisa practicing her graduation speech, and she sees Nelson working as a pusher.
It's been so long! What have you been doing since 4th grade?
Very little!
We can see that. They start talking and Lisa tells him that she's valedictorian, while Nelson is just the guy you call when you need something heavy pushed. Lisa feels her old feelings flooding back.
My attraction to a bad boy plus my compulsion to fix you.
She's leaning in, and I'm not looking down her shirt.
Nelson feels that he actually respects Lisa now. Well, that's nice to hear. Nelson asks Lisa if she wants to see where he lives, and he takes her to a church bell tower. Lisa and Nelson spend the night talking and reminiscing on the past.
All I need to hear is one clumsy compliment, and I'm hooked.
Nelson says he bets she could bench 120, and she's hooked. Lisa tells him she never saw him as just a bully. To her, he was a sweet, lost lamb with anger issues.
I confess, my knees would buckle a little every time you'd say, "Ah, ah."
They sound like bird, but for some unknown reason, even though everything was going great, when Nelson asked Lisa if she was seeing someone, she said,
I, Lisa Simpson, could go through 4 years of college without a single date. There's this amazing guy.
Now, Lisa, why do you have to self-sabotage? After Lisa graduated from college, she was thinking about what her life might look like with Nelson, and she didn't like it, so she didn't see him after that. 5 years have passed, and one day when Lisa and her husband were traveling by train, they ran into Nelson, who was bringing in Snake Jailbird. She asked him if he was a cop, and he said he was a bounty hunter.
This angel with zip cups is the love of my life, Rot. Short for Rottweiler.
That's something. Lisa says that she hasn't seen Nelson since that night at college.
What night at college?
It was nothing. Just another one of those evenings where you stay out all night.
All that flirting, and for what? Nelson asks Hubert what's up, and he replies,
I have been waiting for this day since 2nd grade when you used to bully me.
Hubert then says that those who laugh last, laugh best. That's hardly the best laugh. Hubert says that he has won the prize Nelson's heart desired most of all.
Luggage rack behind Lisa?
No, Lisa!
Wow, who would have thought that Lisa had so many fans? Hubert starts poking fun at Nelson because of his mom and his dad who left him, and Nelson loses it. He wedgies Hubert, and then Lisa comes back and sees what happened.
Nelson, you're an adult, and you still do this?
It's a bit childish, you have to admit.
Nelson, I really thought that by this time that you never learn.
So this just strengthened Lisa's decision to not be with Nelson. Another 5 years have passed, and Lisa was at a store looking to buy a phone when Nelson approached her. Nelson apologized for what he did to Hubert 5 years ago, and Lisa got all weird upon mentioning Hubert's name. Nelson said that Rot left him, and then Lisa admitted that she and Hubert were separated.
Cute. Achieved. Time to go to the next level.
Wow, those new phones sure work quick. Lisa and Nelson go for coffee, and Nelson tells her that he's tired of seeing her every 5 years, and he wants to see her every day.
Nelson Muntz, I would really like to get to know you better too.
Wow, the future sure is advanced. Then Hubert shows up out of nowhere and tells Lisa he wants her back, and that he'll help her achieve her dreams she laid out in her 2nd grade paper. This touches Lisa, since she couldn't believe he kept that for all these years. Nelson sees that she's having a hard time deciding, and he remembers his mother's words.
They say if you love something, let it go. And if it loves you, it'll come back.
2 messed up childhoods. Nelson tells Lisa to follow her dreams, and Lisa goes off with Hubert. 4 months later, Nelson and Lisa both get calls about a wedding. Jimbo and Krusty's daughter were getting married, and they wanted Lisa and Nelson to be their best man and maid of honor. They go to the wedding, and they can't stop fighting.
You told me to go, and now you're mad I did. You haven't changed since elementary school.
Nelson says that nobody changes after elementary school, and I would like to say that this isn't true, but unfortunately it is in most cases. While Jimbo and Krusty's daughter were saying their vows, Lisa realized something.
Have I been missing it the whole time? Is Nelson the one? No. You love Hubert.
You sure about that, Lisa? Nelson has a similar thought, and he runs out.
I'll never have a life.
Nelson.
Nelson asks Lisa why she followed him, and she said that she followed him because she adores him.
I used to know what it was like to hurt a person for no reason. Don't do it to me.
Now, this'll just break your heart. Lisa tells him she's serious and she loves him because he's the last person she wants to talk to at night.
Wherever I've gone in my life, I am drawn back to you like a dork's face to a swirly. And
Come on, Tears, get back in. Nelson asks her if she really wants to throw everything away for a loser like him.
tell you what I want, mister.
Huh?
But now that we know how Lisa's love life is going to turn out in the future, let's take a look at her past relationships. A new kid in school likes Lisa, but Milhouse will do everything in his power to get rid of him. The Burns cage starts with Superintendent Chalmers and Skinner holding an audition for a Casablanca school play, and they pick Lisa to be the lead female role. When Milhouse saw that this could be a way for him to win Lisa's heart, he auditioned too.
I'm proud to announce Rick will be played by...
I'm looking for a down-on-his-luck heel named Skinner.
Oh, so close.
Name's Jack DeForest, and of all the schools in all the districts, I had to get transferred to this one.
Wow, he's really good. Jack ruined Milhouse's plans of being the lead role, so he got stuck as an understudy.
Understudy? Both those words are horrible.
There's just something about him that is so unlikable. Milhouse feels down, and Bart tells him that he can still be in the play.
If anything happens to that kid, you get the part. If you catch my drift.
Milhouse seems confused by what Bart's saying. Wasn't he supposed to be, smart? The next day after rehearsal, the bullies waited for Jack to come out and started threatening him.
Someone doesn't want you in that play.
Who let you three gorillas out of the zoo?
Charming, good actor, and isn't afraid of bullies. No wonder Lisa's into him. Milhouse asked Bart how he got the bullies to take out Jack, and he said,
A free full-page ad in the play program.
I didn't know they were so sophisticated. But then Milhouse saw that Jack beat the bullies up.
Oh no! His mouth wrote checks his fists could cash!
And if he finds out you set him up, you're next. Skinner saw Jack beating the bullies and he took him off the play, so Milhouse will be playing the lead after all. But Milhouse isn't such a good actor, and this infuriates Lisa.
Sounds weird to me. I can't follow. Also, why would Nazis respect letters of transit?
Milhouse, your job is to ask, not ask questions. Lisa comes home and she's complaining about Milhouse to Marge, and she tells her that he is the worst actor she's ever seen. And Marge gives her a bit of advice.
Whenever I'm dealing with someone who isn't doing a great job, what I do is treat them like they're perfect.
Actually, that's not bad advice. Just before the play was about to begin, Lisa tells Milhouse that he's going to be great.
I already am, because you just told me so. Thank you.
And he actually does do great, which leaves everyone surprised.
Is it just me, or is Milhouse really killing it?
The first and last time anyone has ever said that sentence.
You did it, Marge. This earns my highest praise. Get throughable.
And that means a lot coming from Homer. The kids finish up the play and Lisa tells Milhouse he was incredible.
Maybe that's because...
I'm not Milhouse.
Lisa is shocked and she asks Jack if Milhouse is okay.
Is Milhouse ever okay?
Good point. Everything makes sense now. You'll see that these wars over Lisa weren't just a one-time thing. Nelson and a new kid in school go into jazz war over Lisa. Ha Ha Land starts with Lisa meeting a boy at a science fair. He was playing a piano, which drew her attention, but he seemed kind of arrogant. And then he started singing.
He's one small step away from destroying all my logic and reason.
Gee, you haven't even spoken to him. The boy introduces himself and says his name is Brendan.
One thing's moving too fast. Oh, I hope our children get his hair.
Sure, that's not fast at all. Brendan says he just moved to Springfield and he'll be going to Springfield Elementary, though he doesn't really like the reviews he saw on Yelp.
A guy called Gary Chalmers gave it half a star.
You have to understand Chalmers, he's having a really tough time. Brendan and Lisa start hanging out and they mostly spend time playing music.
Just a little behind the beat.
Maybe you're a little ahead.
Aw, you're so cute when you're wrong.
Someone's full of himself. At school, Nelson sees that Lisa is spending time with Brendan and he gets jealous.
Oh, Brenda.
Excuse me? Why is being a girl an insult?
Oh, so evolved.
Nelson asks Lisa if she likes, how he put it, this ding-dong.
Whatever we had, it's in the past.
You sure about that? Nelson and the bullies try to break Brendan's spirits, but he's smart enough to use it against them.
Turn the suffering into entertainment, just like the Jewish people.
Wow, that sentence is right in more ways than one. Nelson saw that he couldn't get Lisa to like him by bullying Brendan, so he tried being like him. He wrote Lisa a song.
Why are you doing this?
I don't know. There's no good word for what I feel.
Someone's in love.
Is a word. Vulnerable. I always liked you, but now I'm seeing you in a new light.
She's so quick to change her mind, I wonder how any guy would want her. Lisa said that there's a jazz war over her now, and though Brendan is the superior artist, he intimidates her, while Nelson is rough but sweet.
He thinks I have dimples.
Dimples? It's that serious?
Aye.
Wow, really is a good listener. Nelson and Brendan start fighting over Lisa, and Brendan says,
Really can't believe that this is a choice. I mean, look at me. And look at him. And then look back at me.
If it counts for anything, I hate him. But after school, the fight escalated and Ralph went to get his dad's gun to arrest them. Please, someone focus on that.
I'm gonna call you decrescendo, cause you're going down.
Lisa is impressed with Nelson's comeback, and she tells him that that was really clever.
Thanks. For you, I read a book.
I will repeat Brendan's question. How is this a choice? While she was focused on the boys, Lisa completely forgot to practice for the talent show.
How did you choose Dad and never regret it?
Marge, I might have swallowed a couple of your earrings.
I don't think she never regretted it. Before the talent show, Lisa told Nelson that she really likes their relationship, and one of the reasons why is that she can always tell him the truth.
No, you're not a singer.
Still perform. That's how much I want to hold your stupid hand.
Again, Lisa, the choice is crystal clear.
Did I really choose him?
Lisa imagines her life with Nelson, him behind bars and she at home with the baby. That's a bit extreme, don't you think?
Choice is clear. Brendan.
Now, why didn't she imagine that? Brendan wins the competition, but he's disqualified due to the fact that he doesn't live in the same district, and he'll be transferred to a different school.
Guess this relationship is over until this town invests in mass transit.
Thank God. Nelson comes up to Lisa and tells her that he's glad she didn't choose him because
A woman is worth learning music.
at least he learned some self-respect.
Well, I guess I'm alone for the moment, and I like it.
Well, finally. But somehow, boys always stuck to Lisa, even when she didn't want them to. Ralph falls in love with Lisa, but that love didn't go both ways. I Love Lisa starts on Valentine's Day, and everyone is exchanging cards at school. The kids have been really mean to Ralph, and Lisa felt sorry for him. So she wrote him a Valentine's Day card.
You choose me? Happy Valentine's.
Wow, that's really sweet. After school, Ralph walked Lisa home and they tried to have a conversation.
The doctor said I wouldn't have so many nosebleeds if I kept my finger out of there.
Well, here's my house.
Thank God that was over. Lisa immediately went to Marge and she told her that Ralph thinks she likes him, but she only gave him the Valentines because she felt sorry for him.
Ah, sweet pity. Where would my love life have been without it?
Nowhere. Good thing he's aware. Lisa asks what she should say to Ralph to let him know she's not interested, and Homer says he knows firsthand some good excuses.
I like you as a friend. I think we should see other people. I know speak English.
Honestly, I like you as a friend is a good one. The rest just wouldn't translate. Marge tells her she should be honest and say that she's flattered, but she's just not ready for this kind of thing. Lisa takes her advice, and she says exactly. Ralph says he understands, but when he went home, he asked his dad what he should do to get a girl to like him.
Son, whether you want to win a girl or crack a nut, the key is persistent.
That's weird advice coming from a police chief. Lisa started avoiding Ralph, and he noticed that. So, when Mrs. Hoover was assigning the roles in the school play, everyone was shocked to hear that Ralph got the lead male role. Of course, Lisa got the lead female. A boy started making a scene.
Someone's gotten to you, you deceitful cow!
Wow, those are some tough words for an 8-year-old.
Ralph won the part fair and square.
That's the signal. Take the boot off the car, boys.
Chief Wiggum, don't you think you should be using your power on something else? Lisa was feeling hopeless because Ralph was going to be in the play with her and inevitably embarrass her. But then she got a package delivered to her.
Look in the trunk. He must mean trunk.
Lisa opens the trunk and inside are 2 tickets to the Krusty Anniversary Show. Lisa says she isn't sure if she should go because she doesn't even like Ralph. Bart tells her she shouldn't go.
I'll go, disguised as you.
What if he wants a kiss?
I'm prepared to make that sacrifice.
How far is he ready to go? Lisa decided to go, but she wasn't really happy about it.
I am so glad you chose to come.
I think you should give that a rest, Ralph.
Well, Lisa, if you were intending to be pouty the whole time, you shouldn't have gone. Everything was going fine until Krusty did a talking with the audience segment and he chose Ralph. He asked Ralph if Lisa was his girlfriend, and he replied,
I love Lisa Simpson, and when I grow up, I'm going to marry her.
Oh dear God. Lisa yelled at Ralph that she doesn't like him, and she never did.
The only reason I gave you that stupid Valentine is because nobody else would.
Well, geez, you didn't have to say it on live television.
You can actually pinpoint the second when his heart rips in half.
That's embarrassing. Wiggum won't stand for this, so he decides to take this anger out on Homer. He pulled Homer over, and he broke his taillight on purpose.
One day, honest citizens are gonna stand up to you, crooked top.
Oh no! Have they set a date?
Not so tough now, are you? Ralph and Lisa do their play together, and Ralph kills it, which no one expected. After the play, Lisa told him that he was really great, and she gave him another card.
It says B, and there's a picture of a bee on it.
I thought you'd like it.
While Lisa never actually liked Ralph, at least he was sweet to her, unlike the boys she actually liked. Lisa becomes an eco-activist to get a boy's attention. Lisa the tree hugger starts with the family going to Krusty Burger, and they see a couple of protesters on the roof dressed as cows.
Corporation cuts down the rainforest to create grazing land for cattle. Give me that.
Krusty is not here to play.
You all right?
I've had worse.
Another nature lover, I suppose. The police arrest the guy, and Marge says she's shocked that he's so young.
Be cute if he weren't so idealistic.
But I bet Lisa thinks he's cute. Later, the family was watching Kent Brockman's report on the situation.
Group is led by teenage activist Jesse Grass, a dreadlock dreamboat whose Birkin stock is on the rise.
Homer thinks it's boring, so he changes the channel, and Lisa tells him to change it back.
Boy, Lisa likes.
No, I don't. Lisa and Jesse sitting in a tree. Kissing.
Wow, how mature of all of them. Lisa goes to jail to visit Jesse, and she sees him doing yoga. She introduces herself, and she tells Jesse that his protest was very brave. Jesse tells her that the Earth needs every friend it can get.
That's why I'm a vegetarian.
Well, that's a start.
What's that supposed to mean?
I'm a level 5 vegan. I won't eat anything that casts a shadow.
So what does that leave you with? Lisa asks Jesse if she could join his organization, and he tells her that
Might have an opening at the poser level.
Oh, he's so full of it. At the first meeting Lisa attended, Jesse presented a video from a secret tree auction the mayor had. The mayor sold the old sequoia to Rich Texan, but Jesse had a plan. Jesse said that they can't cut down that sequoia if
one of us is living in it, and whoever does will have a place in my heart.
Oh, Lisa. So gullible. Lisa tells her parents that she has to do something, and they're not gonna like it. But it's the right thing to do.
Marge, she's gonna narc on our stash.
We don't have a stash.
No, of course not.
Marge, I'd look into that if I were you. Lisa sets up camp at the tree, and when Rich Texan comes to cut it down, she yells that she isn't moving until he gives up.
Hang in there, Laura!
It's Lisa!
Right, Lisa! You're hardcore!
And he doesn't even know her name. How demeaning. But after a few days, Lisa really started to miss her family. Plus, it was freezing cold and raining. One night, she decided to pop back home for a while, but she fell asleep. The next morning, when she got back, she saw that the tree had been cut.
Not by loggers, but by lightning.
Lightning? Oh, at least it wasn't my fault.
Just as she was starting to feel better, she saw that people thought she was dead.
Oh my, they made you a shrine.
I loved Lisa Simpson.
How much money are we betting that he didn't know her name until the reporter told them? Rich Texan said that in memory of Lisa, he'll be turning the forest into the Lisa Simpson Wilderness Preserve. Marge goes to call the police to tell them that Lisa isn't dead, but Lisa won't let her, because then Rich Texan will cut down the forest. But of course, his well wishes didn't last long. Rich Texan made an announcement saying that Lisa came to him in a dream, and she said she wished to turn the forest into an amusement park.
I'm not dead, and neither is my sense of moral outrage.
Lisa asks Rich Texan if he has any shame. It's pretty clear that he doesn't. Then Jesse jumped and cut the wires that were holding the tree up.
Nice work, tree. Now, return to me.
You might be an ecoactivist, but you don't have superpowers. The tree goes straight through the business district and crushes down Rich Texan's company. The police lock Jesse up again, and Lisa visits him. She told him she's gonna write him letters, but of course, on
rice paper with a soy pencil.
Ah, you're sweet.
Because that's not extreme. Lisa had a lot of interesting relationships, but most of them were boys she admired for some reason, until she found someone different. Lisa meets a boy that is very similar to Homer, and Marge doesn't like that. Lucas opens with Lisa meeting a boy at school under very unusual circumstances. He was choking.
Put more in there.
Going for the record.
What record? Stupid as death?
Is Lisa about to meet her Homer? The boy says his name is Lucas, and he's a competitive eater, but not a very good one.
It happens from time to time.
Maybe this isn't the sport for you.
Lucas says that competitive eating isn't a sport for him, it's his life.
Aw, he's sweet. It's just Ralph with a dream.
That's one hell of a comparison.
I'm sure I could totally change and fix him.
Every girl's dream. Lucas comes over after school to hang out with Lisa, and he meets Marge.
I'm a competitive eater.
Competitive eater? Did I hear right? I could be a competitive eater?
And the information fell into the wrong hand. While Lucas and Lisa were practicing eating, Marge and her sisters were watching them.
Actually, I'm a little surprised Lisa likes him. Justin Blobber over there doesn't remind you of anyone.
I called it first.
Men marry their fathers, Marge. So you just might be meeting your future son-in-law.
Marge should spend more time with Patty and Selma. They hold some great judgment. Marge then sees Maggie playing with a stuffed pig.
Can do better.
Now I think she's overreacting. Or maybe not. Marge starts thinking about what her sisters said, and she thinks to herself that she is happy with Homer, most of the time. Meanwhile, Lisa's trying to get Lucas to see that maybe he isn't cut out for competitive eating.
You calling me not fat?
Would that be so bad? Marge sees Lisa kicking Lucas in the head so he would pass out, so he doesn't have to feel the brain freeze he got from eating too much ice cream, which got her to imagine their life together.
He had to drop out of college to feed me full time. Now give us a kiss.
Now that's disgusting, and totally possible. Marge decides to make Homer take Lisa out on a date. She tells him he has to act like someone he'd want Lisa to marry, because
If you just act like yourself, she might just...
Might marry someone like me?
well, Marge, you got yourself into this one. Now get yourself out. Marge tells Homer that he can be a challenge, which gets him even more mad, and he storms out. The next day, while he was at Moe's, he told his friends what Marge and he talked about, and Moe said,
You quit stalling and call your daughter like a man.
It feels weird.
why? Because you never spent any real time with her? Homer calls her, and they arrange a date.
Got a date with my daughter!
Yeah, we all been there. No need to act like you just invented air conditioning.
It's not the same kind of date. Homer and Lisa go on a date, and they're actually having a nice time. Homer is acting like a perfect gentleman, and he even ordered vegetarian lasagna. Then Lisa saw Marge walk in.
Please control your jealousy. This is your daughter.
Now he's just teasing her. Marge tells Homer that she felt terrible when she said she felt stuck with him, but then she realized something.
I am stuck with you. I couldn't stop loving you if I tried.
Homer said that that's very nice, but he can't forget what she said.
Not ready to forgive me yet, but I also know you well enough to know that this will work.
Now, Marge, some people would call that manipulation. The next day at school, Lisa saw Lucas wasn't competitive eating anymore.
Realized that was unrealistic.
Well, that's a relief.
My new goal is to become whatever Adele is.
Because that's more realistic. We saw in an earlier episode that Lisa and Hubert got together, but when did their little love start? And how? Lisa and Hubert go into cyberbullying war. McMansion and wife starts with the kids at school having an anti-bullying presentation.
Nobody tries to bully me into not bullying.
They've awoken a dragon. After the presentation, Nelson came up to the professor and told him that he taught him a very valuable lesson.
Adults can be nerds too. Nerd!
Is it just me, or has he become worse?
Worse than ever.
My presentations have made bullies worse in every school. We hope this time will be different.
So it isn't just me. Lisa sees what he's doing, and she tells Bart that she knows something that could help him. The next day at school, Bart was too afraid to come inside, so he went to use the kindergarten entrance.
Give me your lunch money.
Why do you need lunch money? You guys go home for lunch.
Wow. Kids nowadays sure have changed. Lisa tells Bart that they can use the regular entrance because she doesn't think Nelson will be bothering him anymore.
Have him right where I want him.
Lisa said that she learned everything there is about cyberbullying last night, and she has some very embarrassing video of Nelson on file.
Nelson, you've been eating my cherry lipstick again. Oh, I swear, it wasn't me.
I think that's even worse than embarrassing. Everybody is laughing at Nelson, and he admits defeat.
Give me your vest. Is your shirt just drawn on?
Well, now I feel sorry for him. Bart and Lisa start taking advantage of Nelson and his obedience, but all of a sudden, he turns back into a bully, and Lisa's laptop stops working.
I found my own nerd.
We're wrong. I thought we were buddies.
That's nerd betrayal. Lisa tells Hubert that she's gonna beat him like a Hopi spirit drum, whatever that means.
Reference, Lisa. If it were the celebration of the Nasamuya moon, which...
Someone would bet that that would be flirting. And that someone would be me. Hubert and Lisa go into a cyberbullying war, and it seems as though they're the only ones fighting now.
Nerdo e nerdo.
It's nerdo a nerdo.
Only a nerdo would know that.
A nerda!
It's irrelevant. Suddenly, Lisa stops and Hubert asks her why.
Extracurricular activity would look bad on a college application.
There's nothing more important in a nerd's life than a college application. Meanwhile, Nelson and Bart are cool again, so all of that was for nothing. While Nelson's or Hubert's love for Lisa was on and off, there was one person who never stopped loving her, until Milhouse gets a girlfriend, but Lisa thinks she has ulterior motives. Homer Scissorhands starts with Milhouse admitting his undying love for Lisa in front of the whole school, and in the most embarrassing style ever.
Lisa Simpson is the smartest, sweetest, most perfectest girl in the whole world.
Oh, I can't watch.
So I'm gonna perform a love song I wrote for you.
This cannot get any worse.
Oh yeah, it's a theremin.
I take that back. Someone please stop him. Milhouse performs his song and asks Lisa if the love is requited or not.
I'm sorry, but I don't love you, Milhouse, and I never will.
Hey, honesty is the best policy. After Lisa rejected him, a girl came up to Milhouse and told him his song was beautiful and romantic.
Would you like to help me roll the theremin back to the AV closet?
It's a date.
So much for that undying love, huh, Milhouse? The next day at school, Lisa dropped her books, and
Books aren't gonna pick themselves up. Oh, usually Milhouse does it.
that's cute in a sort of creepy way. Then Milhouse and Taffy walked by, and Milhouse told Lisa to bend her knees when she picks up her books.
You know so much about body mechanics.
Dame is really into you.
She sure is.
Somebody likes Milhouse? I can't believe it. Not even his parents like him. Milhouse and Taffy walk away, and Lisa is left puzzled, because not even she can believe someone likes him that much.
Would a popular 5th grader like Taffy be interested in a Milhouse like Milhouse?
Later, Bart and Lisa was looking at Taffy's page, and her status said she was in a relationship.
Girl like her could get a 5th grader. Maybe even Kyle Lobianco.
Apparently that means something in Springfield Elementary. Lisa said that Taffy is up to something for sure, and it's time to get her boots on the ground.
You like my boots? Once you get past the sister ick, they're fine.
Lisa follows Taffy and Milhouse on their hike, and she sees a lot of icky stuff.
Anything for my silly Millie.
Who'd follow Milhouse around like that?
Lisa, I think it might be time to admit that liking Milhouse is a possibility. But Lisa didn't get a chance to spy much more, because Milhouse and Taffy saw her.
Can't you leave me alone? We're over.
You're not over, you never were.
Oh, this is gonna be good. Taffy tells Milhouse that he's a great guy, but they aren't gonna work out, because he'll always be in love with Lisa. Taffy leaves Milhouse to Lisa and walks away.
You don't want me to be with someone else. How miserable do I have to be before you're happy?
Okay, now I feel bad for him. Lisa looks at Milhouse and kisses him.
Lisa, does this mean you like me?
Yes. No. I don't know.
Well, which one is it? Milhouse falls off the cliff, but thankfully,
Everything's coming up, Milhouse.
it's understandable that Lisa doesn't want to end up with Milhouse, but I never understood why she didn't follow up on guys that would be just perfect for her. Lisa accidentally ends up at a different school where she meets the potential love of her life. Trilogy of Error starts with Lisa waking up and getting ready for school. She and Homer try to get out of eating Marge's disgusting healthy breakfast. Lisa shows Homer her science project, a robot that corrects your grammar mistakes.
No.
I'm sorry. I thought he was a party robot.
No wonder none of her projects go as planned. Lisa goes to her room to fix her robot, and she hears Homer screaming downstairs because Marge cut off his thumb.
Quiet, please. Some of us are trying to weld.
A sentence you'd never think you'd hear from an 8-year-old girl. But while she was fixing her robot, Lisa missed the bus.
Any day but science project day.
First place, goodbye, Lisa.
That kid sure knows how to get on Lisa's nerves. Lisa went to the backyard to get her bike, but Bart took it earlier so Milhouse could show him something exciting he found. Lisa then ran to Marge to ask her to drive her to school, but Marge and Homer had already left to the hospital to get Homer's thumb fixed. With nothing else to do, Lisa started running to get to school, but then she almost gets run over.
Idiot, you almost ran over a viewer, and she's in our key demo.
Which is the only thing that matters. Krusty gives Lisa a ride to school, but when she went to her classroom, something was different.
What's happening? Where am I?
It's a foolish question. You are at West Springfield Elementary School.
Hey, did she not notice that they were driving a completely different way? Lisa ran out of the classroom and bumped into a boy. She apologized and explained why she's rushing, and oddly enough, he didn't laugh at her.
Understandable. All the schools in this area were built from identical plans.
The boy introduces himself and says his name is Thelonious.
In Monk?
Yes, the esoteric appeal is worth the beatings.
Just Lisa's type. Lisa asks him what his friends call him, and he says he doesn't have any friends, which makes Lisa like him even more. They spend God knows how many hours spinning and holding hands, but Lisa had to go.
I don't want to leave you.
Can't sacrifice grades for romance.
Oh, get a grip.
Ever see you again?
Of course you will. At the Magnet High School. Now go.
And she never saw him again, which is weird because they live in the same town, but oh well. But she eventually got to school, and almost ran over Bart with a completely different project. But that's another story. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below with your favorite Lisa's love interest.